All right, welcome back. Um, Giving you a moment to think, what do you think the most important legal concept or legal idea is? And I'm going to submit to you, there's no real right answer here, but I'm going to submit to you, it is the idea of due process of law. Due process of law, it's an idea, it's an ideal as well that goes back in the Anglo-American legal tradition. It goes back to the Magna Carta, 1215 AD, in which King John, at knife point, the lords and barons and aristocrats are saying, you're going to have to sign this charter or else. And King John, under that form of duress, says, yeah, okay, I'm going to sign the Magna Carta. The Magna Carta, one of the things it says is that the king cannot just put people away or take their property just whenever he wants. The king has to give people due process, impartial justice, and to no one will we sell or deny justice. And it's a very powerful ideal. In our country, in the United States, you see due process actually specifically referred to, not in the original Constitution, but in the Bill of Rights, in the Fifth Amendment. And then later, after the Civil War, when the 14th Amendment was ratified as part of the Reconstruction Amendments, again, you see due process. And in both cases, what due process is that the government, federal, if we're talking about the Fifth Amendment, or state government, if we're talking about the 14th Amendment, the government cannot take away your property or restrict your liberty or take away your life without providing you due process of law. I consider this the most important idea because it permeates, first of all, it permeates the entire legal system, whether we're talking about civil or criminal cases. Basic idea here is you have to treat people fairly. Even someone as despicable as Joe Exotic. Even someone, maybe you don't like Carol Baskin. Allegations swirling about her and the disappearance of her husband. Think of the police officers accused of murder or aiding and abetting in the George Floyd case. I'll give you the most powerful example of due process. The Nazi war criminals, right? Nuremberg trial, 1946. People accused of genocide were entitled to due process, to being treated fairly. And that's why I say it's such a powerful idea. I cannot emphasize it enough. All right, now that I've established the idea of due process, of fairness, of treating people fairly, even when they've been accused, even if they're horrible people or have been accused of the most horrible crimes or breaches of legal duties in the civil arena, how does due process cash out? What does it mean? Well, I'll talk about the specifics of due process in my next video, because I really want you to walk away and just from this video emphasizing the idea of fairness and the importance of due process. All right, thank you, and I'll see you on the other side.